great. But I can't say the same for Lamar. He got rejected at the nightclub while Khloe was in there partying with her new man, French Montana. And the employee who leaked the Jay Z elevator attack was found and fired. And we've got a sneak peek of the explosive new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Co-host, were you watching the show the day that I actually wore that dress?
I ordered it right then.
It's Cheap and Cheerful, the Newport News catalog, right?
Yep.
Yeah, good dress. Good dress. I am so excited that Dolly Parton is here. I don't know what to do. I met Dolly years ago. They were doing a tribute to Kenny Rogers up at Foxwoods in Connecticut, and Dolly was there, and Lionel Richie and other people. They all performed, the Oak Ridge Boys and whatnot. And we fell in love with one another, and she said, I want to come to your show, but you know, you don't just show up at a show. You have to have something to promote. So she's got this new album. So years later, she's got the album, and she's here today. If you've been watching this show all along, do you remember in season 1 of The Wendy Show, I dressed as Dolly for Halloween? Yeah. This show has been messy from the beginning, and it hasn't changed a bit. I miss the cheetah floor, though. That was a whole nother studio, the cheetah floor and whatnot. Anyway, so Dolly's here. Okay, the person who leaked the security video of Solange attacking Jay Z was found and then fired. Reportedly, it was a female security guard. And she didn't take the tape from the hotel security system. She recorded it on her cell phone. Well, that was smart, though, because I mean, I'd be thinking about just take the tape. So that was smart. The less than smart thing is that it took her 5 days. She shopped it around for 5 days before she got, you know, some dough for it. Finally, you know, it was TMZ who bought the video. Originally, it was reported that whoever sold it for $250,000, but now there's some discrepancy in the amount of money. Some people are saying $50,000, some are saying $100,000, others are saying $250,000. Either way, now she's going to lose it all because now the Standard's going to sue her. They've hired a high-priced lawyer to go after this security guard girl, and now, you know, she can never be, I guess, a security person again since she's a security breacher. It's terrible. I mean, not terrible. What's terrible is that you didn't just show up here at the Wendy show, knock on the door, and I mean, as of right now, that tape was leaked 71 hours ago. So I figure the Standard was trying to, you know, look at timelines, who was working, you know, figure out who it was, and they figured it out. If I were a security guard, the only person that I would tell is my mom, because she'd have to be the one to go out and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it. And you need a partner in crime, but, you know, maybe the security guard bragged to her friends, you know, bought all her girls Gucci bags, and they're like, girl, where'd you get this money? I think I'm not saying breaking the law is right, but I'm saying it's brilliant that she did it on the camera phone. You should have taken it right to either A, The Wendy Show, because we're right here in New York, or, no, you guys think I'm joking. We keep a budget for things like this. Or B, all right, buy a plane ticket, go out and see Harvey Levin at TMZ and sell it to them. It shouldn't have taken her to go around to a hot as tomato video like that. It shouldn't have taken 5 outlets for you to sell it. Oh, security girl. Now your booty's in a sling and you're gonna be sued and you lost your job and now everybody's laughing at you. But it's the best piece ever. To me, it's like she's a hero, because otherwise we wouldn't have known about this. You know, this is the story that keeps on living. I mean, Beyonce and Jay Z and Solange are now getting flack because they haven't put the rumors to rest. whatever the rumors are. People feel as though they need to, have some sort of interview or make some sort of statement. It was even suggested here on our show that they need to sit down with Oprah. And I'm like, all right, I'll give you my opinion. Clap if you think that they need to say something. See, I don't feel as though they owe us an explanation because the video speaks volumes. The video speaks volumes. It looks like this is not the first time that this has happened between those two, and not the first time that Beyonce has just stood there. But I mean, you know what I mean? Just stood there and let it happen. As a matter of fact, if anything, it seems to me that Beyonce is a very, very passive woman probably when she gets off that stage, just by indication of what we saw in the video. She really does need that Sasha Fierce persona, to go hard, because I don't think she's hard in real life. And as far as that ring finger thing, I think that is the tell-all sign of everything. Now see, the 4 is because he was born on the 4th of whatever month he was, and she's born on the 4th month of whatever she was. And then the Ivy is like that Roman numeral 4. That's why they named her Blue Ivy. And so that is very significant, this tattoo to their relationship. And here she is with her ring and it's on in happier times. And here she is where it's off. And that's a little blurry and grainy, but trust me when I tell you that it's not what it was. Can you see that? That is a telltale sign. Now, the process of the removal happened before the elevator beat down. So things have been probably a little shaky in Denmark, but that's how marriage goes, But things have probably been shaky in their lives for a moment now. And then people are saying, well, Solange might feel some type of ways because, Jay Z, if he's the king of all, what he does, and he puts out Rihanna and he puts out Rita Ora, and Solange is attractive and she can sing. Why haven't you put out me, brother-in-law? Maybe she has some sort of resentment, In addition, maybe he doesn't treat her sister as kindly as they want us to believe. And Solange knows stuff, I'll tell you what, though, I don't want to see Solange making fun of it. The rumor in the street is that she's supposed to be on Saturday Night Live this weekend. I mean, I don't mind seeing them make a joke of it, but I don't want to see none of them Knowles, Carter people make no jokes about nothing. And I also don't need a statement, but I also insist that they need to sit down, and I've been pretty consistent with it. They need to go in the house and have several seats until the start. No, you know why? Because this story will go away. Because there's a celebrity right now up to no good, and we'll find out about that on the evening news. And that story, if they were smart, this is just me thinking, they really do need to have Solange as the opening act and change the name of the tour to A Family Affair. And none of them, no, isn't that a good idea? You laugh. I think that's brilliant. And yeah, you might be looking at them side-eyed if you're gonna go to the concert. I mean, but just because it'll be bringing up all the memories, but by the same token, things happen in all relationships, not to that extent necessarily, but I don't feel as though they owe us an explanation. And again, to the girl with the tape or anybody who has any tea, if you're looking to dump it, we're right here in Chelsea. We're right here. Poor Lamar Odom. I'll tell you why. He tried to get into an LA nightclub, but he ran into a problem. The problem is that the security didn't let him in. Khloe was inside the nightclub with her new boyfriend, French Montana. I knew. The nightclub is called Penthouse Nightclub. It's in LA, and French Montana was performing that night. So you ask in your head, I think that you're asking, why would Lamar even go there? Well, it's alleged that he got a telephone call from Khloe saying, come to the club. Maybe he somehow thought, since he hasn't been able to let her go, that they were going to reunite. Only there were flyers all over LA saying that French was performing. Here's a flyer. You know what I'm saying? The flyers were all over. And Lamar, I guess he was probably so enamored with possibly getting back with this woman that he can't seem to let go that he just went to the club. And when he got there, guess what he found outside? The E! Crew filming Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So as he strolls up to the club and gets rejected by security and walks away with his tail between his legs, Khloe, you know something? I realize that you're hurt, and I realize the allegations of drug abuse and cheating in your soon-to-be, hopefully, over marriage with Lamar. But you know what? That was really classless. Then again, the Kardashians usually do things like that. I'm sure it will make for good TV, but at the expense of what? He's a wounded man. And no, it wasn't, drugs aren't right and infidelity isn't right. But everybody has moved on and she's happy with French. Get over it, Khloe. And there are two theories. One theory is that the reason that he showed up is because he's still under, well, there's one theory, that he showed up because he's still under contract with that show and E! Now it makes a little bit more sense, except why did they have to have him in that light? I mean, they could have filmed him by himself as opposed to having, clashes with the family. And then I said, well, maybe he can get out of the contract with E! and give the money back. Heck, double it. If Lamar is this multimillionaire, I mean, when last we checked, Lamar's worth about $50 million. So it should be nothing for him to, financially, to give, break the contract, give the money back. Hell, give the money back for all the seasons you've been on there, Lamar. You know what I mean? Just get away from that family and move on with your life. And I'm sorry to hear about that. By the way, he still went to the club. It was just that he got into the club down the street from the club that he got rejected from. So he was still in the club. All right, so over in Jersey, Joe and Teresa's legal dramas will play out on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. You all have got no heart. Even I don't want to see that, But now the cameras, of course, aren't allowed in the courtroom, but they do bring up all their legal problems on the show. And it's our hot clip of the day, so roll it.
I obviously know what's going on.
Please, God, I really need protection right now. Joe and I and the girls.
God forbid if something should happen.
This is not going to be our last Christmas together.
So what are your future plans at school, babe? What do you want to be when you grow up?
A criminal lawyer.
Yeah, we need that.
Whenever anybody's in trouble, I gotta say this whole group is there in a minute. I love you all.
It's so much.
It's like I'm in this nightmare I can't get out of.
I won't be watching. I won't be watching, honestly. I mean, I don't like, it's the same thing with Tori and Dean, how it's just so sad and pathetic, that I won't be watching. I don't like those real sad storylines. I don't even like slow, sad music. In the car, when I listen to music, I like to zip and zoo it, honey. I don't want to hear... I mean, even our wedding song was Method Man and Mary J. Blige. You're all I need to get by. Yeah, I am not the mushy sad. I'm the happier. I see things on the sunny side of life, and I just will not be watching this. And I understand that there's 3 new housewives. I don't care. And Dina Manzo's back with new hair. I don't care. I don't care. Melissa and Joe, if they stay on reality TV for one more season, their marriage is going to be in trouble. Yeah. They're playing with fire. She wrote that, How to Stay in Love book and all that. When people start doing stuff like that and they stay on that reality TV, things start to crash and burn. But I won't be watching. But if you care about watching, the new season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey starts on July 13th on Bravo. And you know I didn't have a wedding, so it wasn't really a wedding song. It was more like when we were driving from the Justice of the Peace. That was over in Jersey City. That was the song that I had Poncock to thump on our way back to the condo. So when we got in the car and, you know, dun, 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 yeah. Over at Extra, friend to the show, Maria Menounos is reportedly this close to signing a deal to join E. And Juliana Rancic is quaking in her boots, the word is. Well, Juliana helped build the network. I mean, she's been there since forever. You know, she's a staple at the network. She hosts the E! News, and then she's on that Fashion Police, and she does their red carpet work. But Maria can do all of that as well, you know? And according to the New York Daily News, everybody, Juliana reportedly wanted to leave E! To focus actually on her personal life. Now, leave, I don't know what that means. Maybe cut her work time in half. You know, her personal life is in Chicago, where she and Bill have her husband, and there's baby Duke. They have 2 restaurants in Chicago, and apparently she wanted to spend more time, you know, in Chicago and with her family. But now the word is that she's changed her mind because she doesn't want Maria to take the queen spot at E! Well, if you watch Maria's reality show, Chasing Maria Menounos, that's just the girl that can do it. Her work ethic is crazy. She works nonstop. She's real super competitive. And she's got this personality that is probably wooing the big bosses, you know, up there at E! And as far as, you know, anything that Juliana does, Maria can do too. Report the E! News. Well, Maria's over at Extra. The word is that, you know, she's going to be let go of Extra. I told you that on Hot Topics weeks ago. She also works the red carpet, this Juliana. Well, Maria can work the red carpet. That's nothing. I used to work a red carpet. Back in the day. That was when I had my TV show on VH1, Wendy Williams is on Fire. It's a funny, stupid show, too. Anyway, and as far as Fashion Police, Juliana's no trained fashion person. Anybody can be trained to learn the bodice of a dress and stuff. The only one who's a real fashion person on the show is George Katsiopoulos. I mean, you know, Joan comes in with the jokes, but that's not a real fashion person. You know what I mean? Kelly Osbourne, since when is she a fashion person? She's not. You can train somebody to be that. So, Juliana, if I were you, I'd be quaking in my boots too, because Maria Menounos is very competitive and she gets what she wants. So, I was flipping through my new In Touch magazine, and looky here what I came across. I mean, I know that the food is there, but I'm distracted at my realness on that wig. It looks like, it's the same wig I have on now. Look, Antoine, you did this. It looks like it's growing right from my head, right, everybody? Baby hair and everything. Okay, I'll tell you where I was. I was in Philadelphia. I went there last week, and I was at Pat's Cheesesteak. It's a world-famous cheesesteak place. And you see the cheese whiz dripping. They let me go in the kitchen and make my own cheesesteak. I put extra everything on it. And then the fat foodie that I am, I went across the street and ate another one at Gino's. And left Philly with 2 cheesesteaks, woke up like 2 o'clock in the morning, ate one. There was cheese whiz all in the bed the next day. I love my food. Shout out to Philadelphia. Thank you so much for the memories.